The Little Princess and the Fairy Who Forgot Her Spell. Once upon a time, in a kingdom where the clouds looked like soft scoops of vanilla ice cream and the rivers hummed gentle lullabies, there lived a little princess named Lila. Princess Lila was not like the princesses in the old storybooks. She did not spend her days sitting quietly or practicing royal waves. Instead, she loved climbing apple trees, talking to ladybugs, and asking questions, so many questions that even the palace parrots sometimes got tired of answering.
Why do stars twinkle? Do butterflies remember being caterpillars? If I whisper to the wind, does it carry my words somewhere?
The grown-ups would smile and say, "What an imaginative child." But deep inside, Lila felt something more. She believed the world was full of secrets waiting to be discovered. One evening, just before bedtime, something very unusual happened. Lila was sitting by her window, brushing her long, wavy hair. The sky was painted in shades of purple and gold, and the first stars were just beginning to peek out. Suddenly, plop! Something small and sparkly fell right onto her windowsill. Lila blinked. It was a fairy, not a storybook fairy with perfect wings and glowing light. This fairy's wings were a little crumpled, her dress was covered in dust, and her tiny face looked very, very worried.
Oh dear, oh dear,
the fairy muttered, pacing in tiny circles. Lila leaned closer.
Hello?
The fairy gasped and spun around.
Oh, you can see me? Of course I can. You're right there,
Lila said. The fairy fluttered nervously.
That's unusual. Humans don't usually notice us unless...
She paused, studying Lila carefully.
Unless they believe...
Lila smiled.
I believe in many things.
The fairy's shoulders relaxed just a little.
That's good. Very good. Because I'm in terrible trouble. What happened?
Lila asked gently. The fairy sighed.
I'm a bedtime fairy. My job is to visit children and sprinkle dream dust so they can have sweet dreams.
She held up a tiny golden wand.
But tonight, I forgot my spell. You forgot it?
Lila tilted her head.
Yes.
The fairy cried.
I've practiced it for hundreds of years, and tonight, of all nights, it just disappeared from my mind. And without it, I can't make dream dust work properly.
Lila thought for a moment.
What happens if you don't?
The fairy looked even more worried.
Then children might have restless nights or no dreams at all. And dreams are very important. They help hearts feel safe and minds grow strong.
Lila's eyes widened.
We have to fix it.
The fairy looked at her uncertainly.
But how? I've tried everything. I even sang it backward. Maybe you don't need to remember the spell exactly,
Lila said slowly. The fairy blinked.
What do you mean? Well, when I forget something, I try to remember how it feels, not just the words,
Lila said. The fairy hovered in place.
How it feels. Yes. What does your spell do? It brings comfort, it wraps children in warmth, and fills their dreams with kindness and wonder.
The fairy said softly.
Then maybe we can create a new spell,
Lila said with a small smile. The fairy's eyes sparkled faintly.
A new spell? Let's try together,
Lila said, climbing onto her bed and patting the space beside her.
You tell me what dream dust needs, and I'll help you turn it into words.
The fairy hesitated, then floated over and sat beside Lila.
Well, dream dust needs gentle thoughts,
She began. Lila nodded.
Okay. Gentle thoughts. And a little bit of courage, so children can face their fears.
The fairy added.
Courage, too.
Lila repeated.
And kindness. Lots and lots of kindness.
The fairy said. Lila closed her eyes, thinking hard. Then she spoke slowly.
Soft as night and warm as light, fill the heart and hold it tight. Brave and kind, in dreams we stay, till the sun brings gentle day.
The fairy gasped.
That's beautiful. Do you think it will work?
Lila asked.
There's only one way to find out,
The fairy said, lifting her wand. She sprinkled a bit of shimmering dust into the air and whispered Lila's words. For a moment, nothing happened. Then, the dust began to glow. Not brightly, but softly, like a candle in a quiet room.
It's working.
The fairy exclaimed. The glowing dust drifted toward Lila, settling around her like a cozy blanket. Lila felt something warm and peaceful wrap around her. Her eyelids grew heavy, but she fought to keep them open.
We did it!
She murmured.
Yes, we did.
The fairy said, her voice full of relief.
But what about the other children?
Lila asked sleepily. The fairy smiled.
Now that I have the spell, I can visit them all.
She hovered in the air, her wings now glowing softly.
Thank you, Princess Lila. You didn't just help me remember, you helped me understand something important.
She said.
What's that?
Lila whispered.
That magic doesn't always come from memory.
The fairy said gently.
Sometimes it comes from the heart.
Lila smiled, her eyes finally closing.
Will you come back?
She asked. The fairy floated closer and tucked a strand of hair behind Lila's ear.
Whenever you believe,
she said. With that, the fairy flew out the window, leaving behind a trail of soft, glowing dust. That night, all across the kingdom, children slept peacefully. Some dreamed of flying over rainbow mountains. Some dreamed of talking animals in secret gardens. And some simply dreamed of feeling safe, warm, and loved. As for Princess Lila, she dreamed of a tiny fairy with crumpled wings who had found her magic again, and of a world full of wonders waiting to be discovered. And from that night on, whenever Lila looked out her window at the stars, she smiled. Because she knew something most people didn't. Even when magic is forgotten, it can always be found again, as long as someone believes. The end.